We ourselves attract what we fear. We attract what we don't want. We ourselves attracts what we thanks. We attract what we appreciate. We attract what we treasure. We attract what we are grateful. We attract what we are thankful. Don't think about losing. Think about winning. Always think about winning. Always. Believe in yourself. Trust only in yourself. Because only with yourself, you will be all of your life. Only with you. We are what we care for. We are what we stand for. Your clothes, your car, your house, your appearance, it's not really what you are inside, it is not the power that you have within yourself. Even if you wear worn clothes, or dress as you dress, you are better than the others. Confidence in yourself, it's the strength and energy that you need to achieve all of your dreams. Success, it's winning. Winning, it's success. What, it's faith and hope. Faith and hope are feelings more than thoughts. The definition of faith and hope is: faith means a strong belief or trust in someone or something. It's being fully convinced that it will happen. Hope, on the other hand, says, yeah, I believe it's possible, but I'm not sure it will happen. Being in faith is being fully confident. Faith, it's in a present tense. Hope, it's in a future tense. This means that the strength that we give to these words, it's what it's going to determine if it will happen or not. I mean that, we ourselves will determine if it happens or not, through the power and strength of our beliefs. If we believe, then it will happen. If we believe with all our strength and power, then it will happen. If our beliefs are strong, then it will happen. Since perhaps you can think that something will turn out well, but it's really, when you feel it, not when you think about it. All humans have, or had these feelings, at some point in our lives. But fear, disappointment and frustration, kill the faith and the hope. We create great expectations about some person, some job, some business or something that we really desire. The problem is, that the greater the expectations, the greater the disappointment, if we do not achieve them. Many times we create these expectations and expand them from our mind, and we try to plan them as best as possible, to prevent them from failing or not going well. But when they fail, we feel extremely disappointed, and filled with sadness and fear. And that fear and disappointment stop us to continue to dream and plan. Because obviously, that fear and disappointment, it's very, very strong and powerful. Fear and disappointment kills faith and hope. But even so, learn from your mistakes and try again. Faith and hope, it's feeling that everything it's going to be okay. Feeling that everything it's going to work out well. Feel it with all of our soul, our spirit and our heart. Feeling with our whole body that everything will be okay. Poor people ask and beg. Successful people fights to achieve everything that they want. The poor people stretch out their hand begging. Successful people fight and work until they get everything that they want. Which one are you? It's okay that you plan and create great expectations about a project, a business or whatever that you want so much. But for that to work for you, you must feel it, with all of your soul, your spirit, your mind and your heart. That it will work. And will be. But remember that even if you have planned something very good, and for a long time and planning very well, everything almost never works as you have planned. But even so, it will work. Remember that there is the fear of failure, but also the fear to success. People who have a great faith and hope generally live happier and almost always achieve their dreams and goals. People with a great faith and hope almost never get sick. Because by having a great feeling of faith and hope, even if you don't believe it, you are attracting many energies and very powerful forces from the universe. That they will help you to achieve everything that you want so much. An attitude of joy and happiness attracts very powerful energies and forces that will help you to achieve everything that you want and to be more healthy and happy. Fear, frustration, despair, envy and disappointment kills the faith and the hope. Surely you have heard the saying of hope never dies. And so it should be. That your hope and faith never dies. Never. May your faith and your hope always be strong and endless. Yes, I know that you have had many disappointments of dreams that you have had, and that they did not come true. And I know that this obviously makes you feel fear, frustration, and disappointment. And I know that in order not to suffer another disappointment, you stop dreaming and concentrate on reality, on being realistic and to no longer dreaming. You don't want to dream, because you do not want to suffer a disappointment. I understand. But the dreams creates your reality. You have to learn to adapt. You have to adapt. But this is wrong, even though it is understandable. Dreams, projects, and objectives are good and necessary. Yes, I know that the feelings of disappointment and frustration are terrible. But even so, never stop dreaming. Never stop planning. Never stop imagining. Because the dreams will become a reality. And the dreams always, always will come true. Sooner or later. Do not be afraid of success or failure. Never. May your faith and hope never die. Never. Yes, we are all important. But nobody it's necessary. No one. Your importance, it's the one that you give to yourself. Know yourself. Maybe you think that nobody else cares about your current situation, your problems, and everything that you suffer. And you're absolutely right. Nobody cares. Nobody else cares. Nobody gives a shit. I know this sounds harsh, but it's the truth. But you're the only one who have to care about your own problems. Only you. Because nobody else cares about your problems. But you should care about your own problems. Because nobody, absolutely nobody else cares about your problems. Nobody. But you should care. Faith and hope is to be strong and brave towards all the bad and the good that will come. Faith and hope, it's the certainty and the security of what to expect. Repeat this. I am totally and absolutely sure that I am going to have $1 million. I am totally, absolutely and completely sure that I am going to have the new house that I wanting so much. I am totally and absolutely sure that I am going to have the wife that I have always desired. I am totally, completely and absolutely sure that I am going to be. I am totally, completely and absolutely sure that I am going to have. And do not doubt it even a bit. Never, never doubt it. Being and having. To be and to have. Faith and hope, it's the certainty and security of receiving what is long awaited. It is having the absolute and total security that you will receive everything that you desire so much. You have to learn to control your body and to control your mind. You have to control your mind and your own whole body. You have to control it. When we sleep, our subconscious takes control. And the evidence of the power of our subconscious is that when we sleep, when we dream, everything it's possible. Absolutely everything. In our dreams, we are who we want to be. In our dreams nothing it's impossible, absolutely everything it's possible when we dream. Because it's our subconscious who takes the control, and it's our subconscious, the one that makes us see the life that we wanted so much. Our subconscious shows us the life that we desire so much. Through our dreams. Our dreams are not just dreams, they are visualizations of ourselves, living the life that we desire so much to have. If you have yourself, then you will never be alone. Even though it seems selfish. But your happiness must come first. You, yourself, have to find the way to be happy. Inspire yourself. Know yourself. Love yourself. And what it's the reason for life. What's the reason of living? What it's the meaning of life? It's living. Free your mind. Free your mind from the chains of the society. Free your mind from all the chains from others. Free your mind from all your fears, anguish, worries, and disbelief. Free your mind from all limits. Free your mind from the impossible. Free your mind from all failures. Free your mind of all of your fears. Free your mind from all the uncertainties. Free your mind of all of your vengeances. Free your mind from fear. Free your mind from disbelief. Free your mind from limits. Free your mind from doubts. Free your mind. Free your mind. Free your mind. Know yourself. Why doesn't mantras, decrees and affirmations does not work? Undoubtedly the mantras, the decrees and the affirmations are very powerful and good. Since it is a fact that if you have a good attitude of faith, hope and strength, that you want to change your life, this attracts very powerful forces and energies. But why doesn't they work? It is true that if you repeat a phrase in your mind over and over and over again, it will manifest, but the problem is that you say, today, it's going to be the best day of my life. Today, I will achieve all my goals. Today, my life will change forever. But the problem is that you don't believe it, you feel that it is impossible for yourself. You say it, but you don't feel it. You say it, but you do not believe it. And that's the problem. You can say it and repeat it 1,000 times. But you don't believe it. You don't feel it. And that's why it doesn't work. Since even though you have good thoughts, you are also thinking of hundreds of bad things that are going to happen. For example, today I'm going to do super well, but there's so much insecurity in this city that they're going to rob me for sure. Today they are going to promote me to a new position and I am going to earn more money, but in the office, there is someone better than me, and they will surely choose him. In resume, you think of hundreds of bad things, but you only have 5 good thoughts of faith and hope, but you have 100 bad thoughts. That is why it does not work, because you are attracting bad things, by having so many more bad thoughts than good thoughts. And the thought that you repeat the most, it's the manifestation that you are going to receive first. Whether you like it or not, whether you want it or not. Conscious and unconscious. The thought and the feeling that you repeat the most. It's the manifestation that you are going to receive first. Even if you like it or not. Even if you want it or not. Consciously and unconscious. Even if it is what you fear. For this reason, and even that I know that it is very difficult to maintain good thoughts and a good attitude through your day by day. After seeing the situation of the city that you live in, and the bad attitude of most of the people, you have to have and maintain good thoughts, and a very good attitude towards life. The most good thoughts and a good attitude that you have and maintain, the most that your life will improve. Your life will improve immediately. I assure you. What it's an opinion and an affirmation. This is very important. Opinions are what others say about us, which is just that, an opinion. But when you say it to yourself, then it becomes an affirmation. Per se. If others tells us that we are stupid, useless, incompetent, worthless and good for nothing, it is just an opinion. But if we ourselves say that to ourselves, then it becomes an affirmation. And the affirmations are very, very powerful, because the opinions are just that, opinions. But if we say it to ourselves, then they become an affirmation. That's why, say good and motivational things to yourself. Always. If I told you, I wish that today will be the best day of your whole life. It will only work if you believe it with all of your mind and with all of your heart. That, yes, today it's going to be the best day of my life. You attract what you are. You are attracting what you feel. You are attracting what you think. You attract what you wish. You attract what you thanks. You are attracting what you are grateful and thankful. But also, you attract what you fear. You are attracting what you don't want. If you are asking to be rich, it is because you feel poor. You surely think, I have a good house, but it is not in the hills. I have a nice car, but it is not a Ferrari 2023. I have a good wife, but she's not Megan Fox or a superstar. I have 3 children, but I do not have freedom. And if you think like that, then you will never receive what you want, since even though ambition it's good, but greed and avarice are bad. But it's worse, that you do not know, appreciate and be thankful, for what you already have. If you appreciate, recognize and be thankful, for what you already have, and with who you already are. It's the only way to receive what you wanted so much. Because only in this way, your mind will enter a state of acceptance and gratitude. And only then, will flow to you everything that you want, like the water. If you think like this, I don't have a house in the hills, but I do have a beautiful house. Thank you. I do not have a Ferrari 2023, but I do have a good car that takes me everywhere. Thank you. I am not married to Megan Fox or a superstar, but I do have a good wife who loves me, and that I love so much. Thank you. I am not free, but I do have 3 children that I love so very much. Thank you. Then and only then, you will enter a state of peace. And only then you will allow more good things to flow towards you, into your life, like water. Because we attract what we thanks. We attract what we are grateful. We attract what we are thankful. Appreciate, acknowledge and be thankful for what you already have. Thank God, the universe, yourself or whoever you want, but be thankful, grateful and appreciate. Remember that you and your body will be united for a lifetime. If you don't respect yourself, then no one else will respect you. If you do not appreciate yourself, then nobody else will appreciate you. If you don't love yourself, no one else will love you. If you don't love yourself, then no one else will love you. You have to be at peace with your heart. You have to be at peace with your mind. You have to be at peace with your spirit. You have to be at peace with your soul. You have to be at peace with the universe. You have to be at peace with your loved ones. There has to be a communion between your mind and your heart. To succeed in this life, first, you have to know who you are. First, you have to know yourself. Even if you don't believe it. Sometimes our own heart betray us. Science has found that we have neurons in our heart and in our stomach. That's why it seems that our heart and our stomach have self-awareness. That they think and feel independently from our mind. Believe it or not, I am sure that you have felt that you think and that you want something very, very much. But our own heart, it's the one that prevents that from happening. No matter how incredible it may seems that we have wanted something very, very much. But our own heart doesn't let that to happens. Our own heart betray us. But why? Why does our own heart betray us? Why? That's why there has to be a communion between our own mind and our own heart. There has to be a communion between our own thoughts and our own feelings. Therefore, so that everything goes well for you, so for you to have good luck every day, and that all of your dreams will come true. You have to recognize, accept and respect the power that our own heart has. You have to be at peace with your heart. There has to be a communion between your mind and your heart. Between our thoughts and our feelings. There has to be an understanding between our thoughts and our feelings and emotions. We have to be at peace with our feelings and our emotions. The life. The 3 stages that we go through in our life are: understand it, accept it, and transform it. We spend the first 20 years of our life trying to understand it, trying to accept it, trying to transform it. Why do I have this body? Why do I have this face? Why did I have to live where I live? Why do I have this life? And in all of these years, we tried to understand and acknowledge our situation and our circumstances. About us. The next 10 years, the acceptance of our life comes to us. In these years we try to accept our body, our face, our situation and our circumstances. Until that we reach the point of accepting that. That's the way we are, whether we like it or not, whether we want it or not. The problem is that many years of our life have already passed to reach this moment. The last years of our life we entered the phase of changing our own life. Transforming our own life. After understanding and accepting our life, our body, our face, our situation and our circumstances, we begin to change everything that we don't like, to improve ourselves, to search for new dreams and projects, and to make them a reality. The problem is that this happens to us after we are 35 years old. And it has been a long time in our lives, until we realize who we really are, and most importantly, what we are capable to achieve. At this age, the shy and shame does no longer affect us, and that is why we undertake new things, projects and new sensations. Also at this age, we are capable of taking the reins of our own life. At this age, we no longer have to ask for permission to nobody. Truly, we already make our own decisions. And we have the resources, the power, the maturity and the wisdom to change and transform our own life. But why, until after so many years? Why we are not capable to understanding, accepting and changing our lives from a young age? Why? Why, after so many years, we realize and accept who we are? Why? That's why, we must teach our children to understand them, accept them and change their own lives, since a young age, so that they could have a better and happier life. Our home. Our house. Our only and true temple it's. Our mind and our own body. Reality prevents us from dreaming. Be whoever you want it to be. But be. One of the things that we want it the most, it's to come into our beautiful house, and to relax, relax, relax. You have to know, that absolutely everything it's possible. Absolutely everything. Everything. You need to know, that absolutely everything it's possible. Absolutely everything. Everything. Wherever you are. That's where you should be, that's where you have to be. That is where you have to be at this moment. Not elsewhere. That is where your life has taken you. That is where your decisions have taken you. That is where your actions have taken you. That is where your thoughts have taken you. That is where your feelings have led you. That is where your life has taken you. It's where you have to be. This is where you have to be, for the things that you have done or didn't do. Here. Not to another place. Destiny never wrong. Destiny never be wrong. Don't despair, don't be disappointed, don't be discouraged, don't be disappointed, don't feel bad, or wonder why I am here. If I should be someplace else. Why I am here. If I supposed to be in somewhere else. Your destiny has taken you exactly where you have to be at this moment. Not elsewhere. But even so, this does not mean that you will be there forever. It is only a part of your road. It is only a part of your path. Just a part of your destiny. No one is equal to another. Nobody. Each one of us is unique and special. Each one of us has a special path. Each one of us has a special destiny. The best thing that we have to do is to face each day with courage, intelligence, confidence, braveness, faith, hope and joy for the new day. Although this does not mean that you do not fight every day to achieve all of your dreams. All of them. Everyone. But don't feel bad for not being somewhere else. In this moment, that is where you have to be. There. On this moment, you must not be anywhere else. In this moment it's where you have to be. Not in another place. You have to feel proud of yourself. Even though it seems like you don't deserve it. There are not coincidences, only synchronicities. Fate never wrong. There are surprises from God and the universe, coming to me. There are good surprises from God and the universe, coming to me. There are marvelous surprises from God and the universe, coming to me. Even if it doesn't seem so. There are not coincidences. Only synchronicities. Fate it's not wrong. Fate never wrongs. You have to learn to be happy. Always and everywhere. And with whoever you are with. Cheer up. Men cannot be careless. What it's rejection. Within human emotions, one of the most powerful, due to the consequences and the level of affectation it has on ourselves it's the rejection. The definition of rejection is rejection is the process and the consequence of rejecting, resisting, denying, separating or refuting. By expressing or specifying the rejection of something or to somebody. The person makes it clear that they do not accept him or tolerate it. The term rejection refers to the circumstance in which an individual is deliberately excluded from a social relationship and social interaction. It includes both interpersonal rejection, or peer rejection, and the romantic rejection. A person can be rejected by an individual or by a group of people. Also, the rejection can be active, through bullying or ridicule, or passive, through ignoring the person, or giving them the silent treatment. The receiving of the experience of being rejected perceives it subjectively, and it can be perceived even when it is not present. While humans are social beings, certain levels of rejection are an inevitable part of life. However, rejection can become a problem when it is prolonged or consistent. And when the relationship it's important, or when the individual it's very sensitive to rejection. Rejection by an entire group of people can have extremely negative effects, particularly when it leads to the social isolation. The experience of rejection can produce several important adverse psychological consequences, such as low self-esteem, aggression, and depression. Thus, it can also produce feelings of emotional insecurity and increased sensitivity and fear in the face of possible subsequent rejections. This also creates in the rejected individual the feelings of insecurity, powerlessness, sadness, uncertainty, fear, anger, and disappointment. But in this way, it also creates, in the rejected people, the feelings of fury, resentment, hate, anger, revenge, and retaliation, which can lead the rejected individual or individuals to commit acts of extreme violence against the person or persons from whom they were the object of the rejection, by not understanding or accepting the reasons for the rejection. We humans are inevitably social beings, which means that we need to relate to other living beings, both at an emotional, economic, social, reproductive, sentimental, and competitive level. This means that inevitably, we look for other living beings to feel good, to feel safe, to share many things, both sentimental and physical. That's why we also relate to learn and to teach. We relate to others, to form a strong pack or society, to be able to defend ourselves from attacks from other groups or packs. We form packs, groups, and societies, to feel safe, protected, and well. That's why we look for strong people and animals to form our group, pack, herd, and society, since the stronger it is, the safer that we will feel. That's why we necessarily look for the approval and acceptance of others towards ourselves. That's why we look to be part of a group, pack, and society, since being accepted causes in us a great and powerful feeling of acceptance, happiness, security, and satisfaction. For this same reason, it's that rejection is something so powerful and harmful for ourselves, since being rejected by someone or a group of people causes in ourselves a great and powerful feeling of sadness, anguish, pain, shame, uncertainty, insecurity, and hate towards ourselves. It makes us question ourselves, about our body, our face, our hair, our looks, our intelligence, our skills and knowledge, our physical strength, and our value as a person. And because it is so important for us to be accepted by others, we are willing to change our way of being, just to be accepted by others and the society. We are willing to adapt to the others and the society, even if we have to eliminate and change many of our gifts and aptitudes, just for not being rejected by others, just to being accepted. And even though it is a human necessity to relate and to be accepted by others, even so, it is not right to change our way of being, just to be accepted by others. Still, it is not right for us to eliminate or change our gifts and abilities, since we are better than the others. But in order not to seem conceited, we lower ourselves to the level of the others, just to be accepted, and to not be rejected. Still, it is not right to stop being extraordinary, to be ordinary like the others, and to be accepted. Since in all the societies and packs, there is always someone who excels from the standard of the society, who becomes extraordinary, and who manages to guide that society. There are thousands of examples of what we are willing to eliminate and change from ourselves, just to be accepted by others. Example. Let's say that you like rock music, since it makes you feel good, you like it, you love it, it fills you with satisfaction and pleasure, and therefore your way of dressing it's of that style, but the rest of the people do not see you well, on the contrary, they despise you and reject you for your way of being and dressing. But even though it makes you feel good and be happy with your style and your tastes, you change the way you are, the way that you dress, and the music that you like, just to being accepted by others. You have to feel good and happy with your way of being, dressing, and your tastes. Do not care about the others. You have to analyze and ask yourself if it is worth stopping being you, if it is worth stopping being and doing what you like and gives you happiness, just to being accepted by others. Even though we need the acceptance and approval of others, you have to ask yourself if it is worth leaving and changing your personality and your tastes, just to be accepted by the others. I believe that it is much more important and powerful that you be happy and feel good with your way of being and thinking. You can see that the richest and powerful people in the world, like Elon Musk, do not follow the standards of others. They do not even care what others say and think about them. They do not care even a little, not even a little. See. Be yourself. Always. Truly, do not care or be affected for what others say and think about you. Have a rebel mind. Do not get carried away by others or by the society. Be yourself. Always and everywhere. And with whoever you are with. Be. Because everything starts from within yourself. Because the most important thing is that you feel happy. That it's why rejection should not affect you so much. Since worse than rejection it's that you stop being yourself, who you are, just for being accepted by others. That's the worst thing that you can do. Because even if others accept you, there is nothing good if you live sad, miserable, restrained and unhappy all of your life. Because you have changed your way of being and your tastes, just to be accepted. The best thing is that you'll be happy with your way of being, with your way of dressing and with your way of thinking and with your tastes. If others reject you, for your way of being. But if you like it, and it makes you happy to be the way you are, then, never change the way you are. Be proud of yourself and your way of being, and I assure you that people who are really worth it will come into your life, people who accept you for who you are, people who feel like you. Always be yourself. Always be, how do you want to be? Do not allow that the rejection from others affects you. You are a unique, magnificent and special being. Never change the way of being, just to be accepted by others. Never. Be the way that makes you feel happy with yourself. Be whoever you want it to be. But be always. Are the super millionaires happy? I am sure that they are happy, but are they the happiest people in this world? I don't know, because when you haven't reached that kind of success and money, the greed and the ambition become so big, so incredible, that maybe, in their minds and hearts, they will never have enough. We think that if we could have even less than 1% of their fortune, we would be extremely happy. We could invest, buy a beautiful house and a car, and be very, very happy with our family, forever. Maybe because we do know how much that we need to be happy. Let me tell you that I feel a great admiration for the majority of the super billionaires, like Elon Musk and Jeff Bezos. Since they, alone, have achieved their huge and enormous fortunes. And they have achieved it on their own, with their enormous confidence and attitude of success and winning, that they have in themselves. And because they have managed to overcome the enormous challenges and problems that they have faced. With his impetus, intelligence, stamina, self-confidence, attitude and courage. Even if you don't receive a physical reward. The feeling and the excitement of winning, it's the big reward. The feeling of being better than others. The feeling of superiority. That's the reward. It doesn't matter what's your current situation is. If you change your attitude for an attitude of success and for a winning attitude, then, you will be able to achieve everything that you want. Absolutely everything. Everything. I know that it's difficult for many people to accept, since surely, at some point in your life, you had a great attitude of success, but you had a great disappointment by not being able to achieve the goal that you wanted so much. And this, obviously makes you feel afraid to failing. But it shouldn't be like that. Don't be afraid of success or failure. Learn from your mistakes, and try again. If you have an attitude of success, an attitude of winning, then, truly, you will achieve everything that you want. Absolutely everything. Everything. Always look for, and enjoy the confrontation with the people with whom you do not agree. To clarify the situation. I know that many people put up with the job that they have, because since they do not value themselves, they feel that it is the only job that they can get. They are even grateful to have that job, even though they are exploited, mistreated, abused, insulted and humiliated. Because they do not think that they can get a better job. And that will keep them there forever. As long as you don't lose your job. To be successful and a billionaire, you have to be courageous and take risks. None of the supermillionaires it's an employee of somebody else. All of the supermillionaires, all of them, had the courage, intelligence and braveness to put their business, which became the great companies that they are today. That we know today. Do not be afraid to start a new business. Don't be afraid to start a new company. Be strong, intelligent, firm, courageous and determined. Always and everywhere. And with whoever you are with. The prouder that you feel, with what you have achieved. The more courageous, brave and important that you will feel. And the more things that you will receive to feel more proud of yourself. Many people do not appreciate, or even recognize, the good things that they do during their day by day. And for the same reason, they do not realize what they are capable of doing and to achieving. Surely, you see the successful and millionaire people and you think, sure, they are like that, because they have very good luck, and I don't. But truly, success has nothing to do with luck. They have achieved their enormous fortunes because of their courage, braveness, intelligence, strength, stamina and their way of thinking and their attitude. But above all, because of the courage they have to try new things, and for the value that they give to themselves. They are human beings, just like you and me, but without a doubt, they have a very different way of thinking than the majority. They are rebels by nature and have always believed and trusted in themselves, despite what others thought of them, they have always believed and trusted themselves. They always want more. And they like to be on top of the system, and not to be part of the system, and they have never tried to be like everyone else, they have always tried to be better than everyone else. Extraordinary. And they also have great courage, intelligence, stamina and mental strength. And they have completely overcome laziness, dullness, shame and fear of failing, and what others will say. Also, they have never imposed any limits on themselves, and they have break all their chains with society. They enjoy their successes, and to be able to overcome all the problems. And we should be even a little like them. Have a success attitude. Have an winning attitude. Always. The attitude of success and winning, it's all that you need to succeed and to achieve everything that you always want. Because the attitude of success, of winning, attracts very powerful forces and energies. Have the attitude that I always get what I want. I always get what I want. As Queen says, I want it all and I want it now. I want it all. And I want it now. If you have a very good idea, don't let it go, plan it and do a project, try to make a prototype and everything that you need. Yes, I know that you may not have the money and the resources to make it a reality, but still, plan it and make a project, and try to make a prototype. Look for an investor. There are many companies and people who are willing to invest in good ideas. This is how many of the great companies that we know today have been born, from a very good idea and with the help of investors. Always be the first in everything. Always be the best in everything that you do. Without a doubt, to be successful, you have to take risks. Without doubt, to succeed you must be brave. Without doubt, to be successful you must take risks. Money does not depend on your hard work. Money depends on your ideas. Yes, I know that you feel tired of hearing all this, that you can be successful in everything. Because you have tried everything that they said, and never have worked for you. And I know that you don't believe in the law of attraction or in anything. But it all depends on you. Nobody it's going to fix your problems. Nobody. If you don't feel proud of yourself, then you can never achieve fortune, success and wealth. There are many dishonest and dishonorable people and businesses that will try to scam you and to rob you. For them to earn more money at your expense. Never allow it. Never. So, for you to be rich and a millionaire, never allow that anyone to scam or steals you, in any way and anywhere, and not by any person. Not in the market, not in the store, not in your work, not when you buy a house, or a car, not when you close a multi-millionaire contract. Not for your boss, not for your friend, not for your relative, not from anyone. Always defend your rights. Always defend your money. Always demand your rights. Always. Money it's money. Business or business. As the Bible says. Leviticus 19:35-36. You will not do injustice in judgments, nor in measures of weight, or capacity. You will have fair scales, fair weights, a fair ephah and a fair hin. Because I am the Lord, your God who brought you out of the land of Egypt. Deuteronomy 25:13-16. You will not have different weights in your bag, a large and a small one. You will not have different measures in your house, a large and a small one. You will have full and fair weight. You will have full and just measure, so that your days may be prolonged in the land that the Lord your God is giving to you. Proverbs 20:10. Unequal weights and unequal measures, both are abominable to the Lord. The false scale is an abomination to the Lord, but the full weight is his delight. Ezekiel 45:9-10. Thus says the Lord God. Enough already, Prince of Israel. Stop the violence and the destruction, and practice the law and the justice. Put an end to the extortions that you do to my people, declares the Lord, our God. You will have fair scales, a fair ephah and a fair bato. Amos 8:4-6. Hear this, you who trample on the needy, and want to exterminate the poor of the earth, saying, when will the new moon pass to sell the grain, and the day of rest to open the market of wheat, reduce the ephah, increase the cycle and deceive with false scales? To buy the destitute for money and the poor for a pair of sandals, and sell the dregs of the wheat. This means that the merchants, businesses, shops, companies, large companies and dishonest people are an abomination to God. And because of their acts, their days will not be long on this earth. Yes, there must be a separation between business and friendship and empathy. Business or business. Money it's money. As they say. It is good to trust. But it is better not to trust. Never trust strangers. Never. Don't trust God. Never trust God. Never. It doesn't matter if you finished college or not, it doesn't matter what you look like, it doesn't matter what people think and say about you. You are capable to achieving each and every one of your goals and every one of your dreams. Just change your attitude. For an attitude of success, for an attitude that you can do everything and that you will achieve everything that you want. Everything. Absolutely everything. The more successful that you feel, the more successes that you will achieve and attract. To achieve everything that you want. First, you have to be strong, intelligent, firm, brave, resolved, bold and determined. Always. And everywhere and with whoever you are with. Being afraid does not mean that you are going to fail. Being afraid does not mean that you will not achieve it. Or that you are going to fail. Always face your problems, people and situations. With strength, intelligence, braveness, faith, hope, head on and with courage and bravery. And no matter the consequences. Can we feel love for material things? Yes, we can really feel love for material things, because part of the love it's what do we receive from the other part. And yes, it could be that we receive a lot of good things from our cell phone, our car, money, gold, jewelry and some things that we receive from those material goods. Things that gives us pride, pleasure and satisfaction. And that it's something very special and strong. And that's why we can love some material things, because of the pleasure, pride and satisfaction that they give to us. Even they could give us more pride, pleasure and satisfaction than people. And maybe one of the most important, it's that the material things, like our cell phone and our car, doesn't need a lot of maintenance, and they don't ask much for us. The material goods, such as money, gold, jewelry, food, watches, bags, shoes, cars, clothes, and our cell phone, can provide us with an extremely feel of pride, pleasure and satisfaction. Even more than persons. And because the material things do not ask much from us. And that they are not dramatic. And that's why, yes, we can love material things as much, or even more, than people. There are material things that can fill us with extreme pleasure. Money does move the world. Confrontation, it's part of our human nature, it is the instinct of survival. Confirmation makes us improve ourselves, to be better, and attracts winning and success. Which are two of the most powerful feelings that we can feel? Weakness and laziness. They are the main cause of poverty. It is not true that anyone can achieve wealth, power, and success. It is not truth. This is not for everyone. Success, power, and money, it's not for everybody. We are not the same. We are not equal. Not everyone has talent. Not everyone has gifts. Not everyone has skills. Not everybody has aptitudes. That was invented so that people could have hopes and excuses. Without talent, do not look for greatness, because you will never achieve it. This is not for everyone. But you. Go out and conquer the world. The world, it's yours. Take it. Never ever give up. Never. Always have a winning attitude. Your mind, it's the limit. Your dreams are the limit. Truly. There are no limits. What is focus and concentration? The definition of focus, it's directing the attention to a particular aspect or perspective regarding an image, topic, or an object. Focus the attention. Directing the attention. Concentrate, it's that your mind gives priority to a special thought, idea, image, object, a person, or an objective. Focus the attention. In few words, focusing, it's that you are only seeing and looking with your eyes for something special, that your view and your eyes gives priority to something in special, and that you do not really see or give importance to the rest. And that when you concentrate on something, your mind gives priority to search and to find that in particular, and does not really give importance to the rest. Our mind focuses on certain situations, things, and problems. This means that in the world and in our life, there are many things and situations that distract us all the time. Focusing and concentrating on something, it's something good, but it can also be bad. Depending on what is it that we are focusing and concentrate on. Surely you have seen that they put blinders on horses, which is so that they do not get distracted, and only look ahead, towards the path. We also put this in our mind. Per se. If you go to a very transited avenue, and you say that you are only going to count the red cars that pass by, your sight and your mind will only concentrate on counting the red cars that pass by. Even if green, white, black, or many colored cars pass by, your eyes and your mind will only cares and concentrate on counting the red cars that passes, and even if cars of other colors pass, you will only count the red cars. Because that's what you're concentrated and focused on. Only in counting the red cars. Only on that. That it's your objective. That's why you focus your attention on that objective. To only count the red cars that pass by. That's why. If you leave your house thinking about problems, and with who you are going to fight with, to show how brave you think you are, then you will only see, seek, search, and find fights, and people who want to fight just as you. You will also find only bad and dangerous people and situations for you. Even though if good people and good situations comes your way, you are only looking for fights and problems, and that's what you will surely find. Because only in that, you are focusing and concentrating. Likewise, if you leave your house thinking about good people and in good situations, in how to earn more money, new businesses, and good things that make you feel better, then only you will look for that. You will seek for that. And you will find that. And that's what you will find. Even if bad people and bad situations comes your way, you will only see, seek, and search for good things, good people, good businesses, and to earn more money. And you will surely find them. Because what you focus on, it's in what you are concentrate on, and in what you are concentrates on. It's what you're thinking the most, and the thought that you repeat the most, it's the manifestation that you are going to receive first. Consciously and unconscious. You want it or not. In what you are concentrating and focusing, it's in what you are focusing your attention and your mind. It is as if you stand on a busy avenue, and you are only interested in counting the red cars that pass by. Your sight and your eyes. And your mind will only cares, concentrates and focuses on counting only the red cars that pass, even if green, white, black, or many cars pass by. Your sight and your mind will only concentrate on counting the red cars that pass by, And even if cars of other colors pass, you are only care to counting the red cars. Because that it's your objective in that time. To only count the red cars that pass by. Because that's what you're concentrated and focused on. Only in counting the red cars. Only in that. That's why you focus your attention on that objective, only on counting the red cars that pass by. That's why we see that each person it's focused and concentrated on what each one it's looking for. Each one of us are different. Each one of us are looking for something different. There are no two equal people in the world. Don't be ordinary and meaningless like all the people. You be extraordinary. We are unique and special beings. If you want something to happen quickly, obsess. Get obsessed with what you want so much. Think only about that. Dream only about that. Focus only on that. Concentrate only on that. Talk only about that. Be obsessed with your wish. Get obsessed with what you want. Obsess. And so you will inevitably get it faster. Since you are routing and channeling all of your energy, all of your thoughts, all your intelligence, all your ingenuity and all of your feelings in a very specific objective. Since you only thinks on that, you are only focusing on that, and you are concentrating only on that. But you have to be very specific about what you want. Obsessions always come true, since you are channeling and routing all of your energy, all of your force, all your intelligence, all your ingenuity, all of your thoughts, all of your feelings towards that special objective and desire. And therefore, this desire, this obsession, will inevitably become true. Be obsessed with your wish. Get obsessed with what you want. It really does not matter your physical appearance or your way of dressing and being. You can achieve absolutely everything that you want. Absolutely everything. Absolutely everything. Everything. Always. Be strong, intelligent and brave. Always. Everywhere and whoever you are with. Always. Remember that it's always a way. It's always an alternative. It's always another way. It's always a solution. Always. What it's pleasure? The definition of pleasure it's the absolute feeling of satisfaction, joy, fulfillment, complacency and gratification, caused by a physical and visual interaction. I know we immediately think of sex when someone mentions the word pleasure, and in itself, that is one of the greatest ways to feel pleasure, but did you know that there are more than 100 ways to feel pleasure? The 4 actions that make us feel more pleasure are 1. Sexual relations. 2. Eating and drinking something very tasteful. 3. Winning and succeed. 4. Going to the bathroom. Since pleasure releases hormones in our body, such as endorphin, serotonin, adrenaline and oxytocin, which produce an extremely great and very powerful sensation of pleasure. But music, going to the bathroom, scratching, exercising, reading a good book, watching a good movie, taking a good bath, receiving money, winning in a competition, seeing something beautiful, listening to a good song, seeing the rain, traveling, living with a pet, being with your children and your partner, etc. Indeed, there are many ways to feel pleasure, and due to the degree of power that pleasure has in us, that is why we seek it all the time. Pleasure, it's what makes us feel alive, and what makes us improve ourselves every day. Let's be honest and realistic, we always look for pleasure in all of their forms. Let's face it, we all work to receive economic compensation in relation to our abilities, knowledge, skills, intelligence, attitude and effort. Never give away your work and effort, so that someone else can get rich, at the expense of your effort and work. All of us exchange energies with others all the time. Don't be ordinary like everyone else. You be extraordinary. We should be able to decide the quality of our own existence. The universe has put in ourselves all the tools that we need to attract and achieve everything that we want. Absolutely everything. Everything. I have received, because I have demanded. I have found, because I have searched. They opened the door for me, because I knocked. The honor. The definition of honor is quality that leads a person to behave in accordance with the social and moral norms that are considered appropriate. A man of honor. It is complying and enforcing the rules of conduct, which are valid and applicable for a society to function. Honor entails decency, respect, tolerance, and protection towards the most needy and the weakest. Honor is fulfilling a promise. Honor is respecting a deal. Honor is defending good causes. Honor is defending the weakest. Honor is not stealing from the poor. Honor is not mistreating the weak or the needy. As the Bible says, "And you will not set foot on a blind man. And you will not yell insults at a deaf man. And you will not humiliate the weak old man. Because I am your God." But this very important and valuable concept and value has been lost through the years. This concept marked many generations and great people in history. But unfortunately, in this modern society, honor has already been lost, since there is no honor in relationships, at work, in the family, in the society, or in business, much less in governments. It seems that today, greed and avarice are the most important, since it is more important to steal from the poorest and most needy than to help them. Both by governments and by big businessmen and companies. Honor is protecting and helping the most needy and the weakest. Honor it's defending the selfless and little animals. Honor it's to have the courage, the strength, the braveness, and the intelligence. To fight for what it's right. To fight for what it's best for a society. To be decent. It is a pity that this powerful, important, and valuable concept has been lost in this current society. Money. But what is money and why do we look for it so much? Money, it's the possibility of buying everything that we want. Everything that we desire. Money is the power to buy all what we want. Money is a way to pay for material goods or for services. The money allows us to acquire the material goods or for the services that we desire. It is a form to exchange goods. As in antiquity, people exchange their crops or animals for other things, it is easier to do it with the money. There are many ways to get money, either by selling something, or receiving money as a payment for a job or a service. Money, it's a form to barter. We give and receive money in exchange for an object or a service. So why it is so hard to acquire it? Getting or earning money depends on your ideas, skills, knowledge, effort, intelligence, work, sacrifices, attributes, beauty, strength, courage, and your body. It can also be for what you own and what you can sell. But why it is so hard to obtain? On this planet where there are more than 8 billion people, for that same reason. Every day that pass by, there is less and less work, food, education, housing, and opportunities. Since this it's a planet with limited resources. And even though there are resources on this wonderful planet, they are terribly and absurdly badly distributed, since only a tiny part of the population, only 2% of the population obtains the 95% of the world's wealth. Which it's something inconceivable, aberrant, inhuman, offensive, obscene, and unthinkable. This means that only 2% of the population enjoys good food, good drinks, trips, houses, and everything that they want, whenever they want it. While the vast majority of us suffer of hunger, lacks, shortage, mistreatment, exploitation, and poverty, only to receive barely enough to survive. And this is the main cause that today it is so difficult to obtain money, a good job, or a good business. Also because the big companies and their enormous greed and avarice do hoard the products and services for them, and ending more and more with the small businesses. Corruption, it's a big problem in the world. Also, the lack of education prevents us from accessing to a good and well-paid job. And with each passing day, this situation only becomes worse and worse. Since we see every day the terrible, aberrational, brutal, abysmal, offensive, and obscene gap between the rich people and the poor people. Since while so very few people can eat, drink, and buy everything that they want, whenever they want it, the great majority of us, we only dream about it. And this, undoubtedly makes us feel bad, sad, powerless, and weak. This wonderful planet does have resources, but they are not enough for the current and future population. I know that it's true, that each one of us has the responsibility to seek our well and that of our families. It is also true that the lack of education, work, and opportunities does not allow us to get a good job. Since most of the poor people, they are not lazy, on the contrary, they wake up very, very early every morning, and go to work in heavy and hard jobs, but with a very low and miserable pay. It is incredible that most of us work from dawn until after dark. And that after the week, we see what we have earned, and realize that it is just barely enough to survive, just to eat and pay for only what's necessary. While some people earn more than 100 times what we earn in a week of hard work, in just one day and doing nothing. It just can't be. How is it possible that the gap between the rich and the poor people, it's so brutal, aberrational, abysmal, offensive and obscene? It can't be. Since while 2 people out of 100, while 2 million out of 100 million, while 20 million out of every billion people can eat and drink until they are completely satisfied, whenever they want it. 7.9 billion people, we don't even have enough to eat. And this it's something terrible, unthinkable, inhuman and inconceivable. It just can't be. It can't be. Although it is true that the super millionaires have earned their immense fortunes, due to their hard work and their intelligence. They have the power, and they should help poor people, even though it is not their obligation. But they should. If a woman it's very pretty, then her future it's already assured. But it also does not depend on whether if you are a super religious person or not. Of course being born into a rich family helps you, but we have seen cases of poor people who have achieved great fortunes. So what does it depend on? Will it be like the law of evolution? That only the strongest and intelligent survive? Perhaps it depends on the intelligence and strength of each one of us. What does it depend on? I don't know. But for the great majority of us, it will be almost impossible to get out of poverty. Whatever we do. If you are in a bad financial situation, you have attracted it because of your wrong beliefs about the money. That's why you have to change your beliefs. Money it's good. Money it's not bad. Money it's not my enemy. Money is easy for me. Money always comes. Money it's a reward. Money equals wealth. Money is health. Money equals happiness. Money it's happiness. Money it's joy. Money it's my friend. Money it's success. Money it's winning. Money it's power. Money it's freedom. Money it's security. Money it's tranquility. Money it's peace. Money it's energy. Money comes easy and frequently. Money does buy happiness. Having a lot of money it's not bad. Having a lot of money does not mean that you are taking it from someone else. Money it's ecstasy. Money it's energy. Money has energy. Attract that energy. Money has huge power. Money it's very powerful. The money it's sacred. Money does moves the world. Money depends on your ideas. Money does not depends on your hard work. Money depends on your ideas. Money does not depend on your physical work. Money depends on your ideas, on your mind. Money comes easily and frequently. Once Bill Gates was in an interview, and the reporter asked him how he had achieved his enormous fortune. And Bill Gates took out his checkbook, and gave the reporter a blank check, but she felt insulted and told him that she didn't want handouts. To tell her how he had achieved his fortune, but Bill Gates told her to put the amount that she wanted. But the reporter feels insulted, and she told him that she didn't want charity to tell her how he got his fortune. And Bill Gates took the blank check that he had given to the reporter, and put it back on his checkbook, and he told her, "That's why. I never waste an opportunity. Never. If you had put the amount that you wanted, I would have given it to you. But you waste that opportunity. I always takes advantage of the opportunities. Always. Money does not depend on the amount of hard work you put in. You can see that the people who have the heaviest and hardest physical jobs are the ones that make the least money. Receiving money depends more on your mind, your good ideas, your way of thinking, your attitude, your value and your courage, your skills, your intelligence and your subconscious thoughts, feelings and emotions. This is the best trick for all your businesses to go well. You will never be a millionaire, being an employee of someone else. You have to have the courage, braveness and stamina to start your own company or business. And when you do, Keep your head low, your chin 9 centimeters from your chest. Looking down. And so you will attract the energy so that all of your businesses to work. Believe me. Money and success depends on your ideas. Not on your hard work. It depends on your ideas. Winning fills us with satisfaction throughout all our body. Success is wealth. Wealth it's success. And wealth it's joy, happiness, freedom and security. Believe it or not. Wealth it's relative. Wealth it's comparing ourselves with others. Wealth it's been better than others. Wealth makes us feel happy, when we see that we are, and that we have more than others. Let's say you are rich, that you have more money than most people. But you are not the richest man in your city. So for you to be happy every day, both you and your family. Do not move to live in a zone of super millionaires, nor put your children in the most expensive school in the city, where there are richer and more important people than you. Because then, you are going to feel less and bad, seeing that there are people richer and more important than you. Better move to live in a rich area, but not in the richest area of the city, and put your children in a good school, but not in the most expensive school in the city, but where most people have less money than you. So every day of your life, you will feel happy, good and important, seeing that you have more than the others. If you feel happy for having a better car than others, for having a better house or apartment than others, if you feel happy for dressing better than the others, if you feel happy because you have a better cell phone than others, it's all right. Enjoy it. Because it's very important that you feel good about yourself. That you feel proud about yourself. Since although this seems bad, it isn't, since it is our instinct to be better than the others. To win and overcome. And if that makes you happy, it is all right. If you feel that you have more than others, and that makes you feel happy and good, keep it. Enjoy it. A successful person has a very good idea, but perhaps they cannot achieve it. Because maybe he doesn't have the necessary knowledge to make it a reality, but that does not stop them. They put together a team of trained and very smart people to make it a reality. As we have seen so many times in the world. Also, to achieve success, you must know how to withstand the pressure and stress, and how to overcome it. Without a doubt, comparing ourselves with others makes us feel better and happier. But remember that you have more than others. But there will also always be someone who will have much more than you. But it's okay. But even so, you need to feel proud, happy and thankful for what you have. You need to feel proud of yourself. Every day alive, it's an opportunity. Every living day, it's a new opportunity. Every new day, it's a miracle. Is this a rich or a poor planet? I know that this depends on each country. But even though there are very rich countries, the majority of us are very poor, and I know that this also depends on each person, but we have to admit that the opportunities that exist for education and work are too few. For this reason it can be said that this is a very, very poor world. There is too much suffering on this planet. There is too much poverty in this world. There is too much hungry on this planet. There is too much anguish in this world. There are too many deficiencies on this planet. There is too much inequity in this world. There is too much injustice on this planet. There is too much sadness in this world. There is too much fear on this planet. There is too much hate in this world. There is too much crying on this planet. There is too much pain in this world. There is too much sadness on this planet. Now more than ever in the history of humanity. Very, very few people are really happy. And not only humans suffer. There are also many little animals that suffer too much from hunger, cold, mistreatment and such terrible things. Unfortunately, the great majority of us suffer from lacks, hunger, anguish, poverty and lack of opportunities. Perhaps overpopulation is the main problem of all. There are many poor people who see the wealth of others, the houses, the cars, what they eat and drinks, the clothes and jewelry they have, and they feel, not think, they feel that they are also worthy and deserve to have that. And they are right, since with the simple fact of being alive, we are worthy of living with wealth, joy and happiness. Just for being alive. Those huge and beautiful houses and what that means. You have to understand that God is not going to move a single finger for you. Not even a single one. Don't trust God. Do not trust God. Never trust God. Never. On this planet with more than 8 billion people. What is your value? How much are you worth? What is your importance? How important are you? We are all important, but no one is indispensable. And you are important to this world. Not really. Your importance depends only on yourself. Just from you. The Karens, who are those high-class women, who believe that they are better than everyone else, and who love to humiliate and do less others. They are not intelligent. It is not that they have created the cure for cancer or something. It is not that they are the most religious of all. It is not that they are good, intelligent or anything. Really the only thing they have done and know how to do to have that status, is knowing how to open their legs. That's all. And of course that does not give them any right to humiliate others, much less that you have to tolerate and endure those insults and humiliation, if the only thing they know how to do well is to open their legs wide. May you always have much more than you need to be happy. May you always have the resources and money surplus, to buy everything that you want to be happy. May you always have much more than you need to be happy. When you align your thoughts, feelings, emotions, imagination, body and energy, in the direction of your desire, even if you do not move a finger, you will still receive it. Why? Why does it seems that it's easy to attract bad things that good things to our life? Why? If I think that today I'm going to crash my car, or that they are going to assault me, or that I'm going to fight with someone else, why does it always happens? Why does it seems that only bad things happens? Why, if I want that, today I'm going to win the lotto, or that I'm going to find a lot of money on the street, or that I'm going to find true love? Why does the good things that I wanted so much never happens? Why only the bad things happens instead of the good things? Why happens only the bad things that we fear instead of the good things that we wish? Why? Be careful with what you think. Because only by thinking, you are attracting it. Beware of your thoughts. Our body and our mind are the only true real possession that we really have. Every atom that forms your own body, it's yours. Every cell that forms our own body, it's ours. Only yours. Only ours. Everyone. Everything that we have created on this wonderful and magnificent world. Everything was created, first, in our mind. Everything was created in our mind, with an idea, and a dream. In the mind of somebody. That have the strength, the intelligence, and the courage, to make them a reality. Every house, every construction, every road, every engine, every work of engineering, every work of art, every sculpture, every book, every electronic device, every electrical device that we use every day, was created in our minds. Inside out. Inside from our wonderful minds, every wish, every idea, every desire was created. Then it goes out, throughout our mind, to the entire universe. Inside out. It's like a sonar. We send signals, and when they hit something similar that we are sending, then they returns to us. We send signals of our wishes and desires, from inside our mind, throughout the entire universe, and when they hit something, as a sonar, then it will return to us, in objects. That's why. Think about the good things that you want. Because thoughts become things. Don't spoil your own happiness. Know yourself. Know yourself. Know yourself. Demand, do not ask. Demand respectfully. But do not ask. Don't deny your own feelings and your own emotions. Never deny how do you feel. Never repress, how do you feel. Let all of your feelings and your emotions to flow. Don't stop them. Never stop your emotions. Never deny your feelings and your emotions. Never deny, how do you feel. Let them flow. It doesn't matter what they are. Never deny your own feelings and your own emotions. Never suppress them, ignore them or deny them. Never deny your own feelings and your own emotions. Never. It doesn't matter what they are. Because that makes you, who you are. Never, never, ever deny how do you feels. Never deny to yourself. If you feel sad. If you feel happy. If you feel worry. If you feel anguish. If you are afraid. If you feel sad, and you want to cry. Then cry. If you feel happy, and you want to laugh. Then laugh. If you feel stressed and anguish, and you want to scream. Find a lonely place, and scream. But never, never deny your own feelings and your own emotions. Never suppress them. Never. Never allow that somebody else suppress your own feelings and emotions. Never. Do what you want to do. But do it. Let that all of your emotions to flow. Let that all of your emotions to flow. All of them. It doesn't matter what they are. Let them flow. Maybe the worst thing that we can do, it's to denying and suppress our own feelings and our emotions. That's the worst thing that we can do. There has to be a communion between our mind and our heart. Between our thoughts and our feelings and emotions. There has to be an understanding between our thoughts and our feelings and emotions. We have to be at peace with our feelings and our emotions. When we achieve a total communion with the life in our wonderful planet and with the entire universe. When we feel extremely joyful and happy. Without being hypocrites. When we can raise our arms with immense and total joy. And sing. When we stop defying the universe. When we reach a communion with ourselves and with the entire universe. All of our dreams, all of our feelings, all of our emotions, all of our thoughts, all of our words. Echoes in the entire universe and in eternity. Because we are an extremely important part of the universe. Maybe we are the most precious thing in the universe. Our lives are so special, unique and extremely important on the universe. Our life influence the entire universe. Our life manipulate the entire universe. We are the universe. We are the entire universe. We are the whole universe. Life it's the most important and precious asset on the entire universe. When we have the humility to accept that all life it's very, very important. When we appreciate and accept that the life of a dog, the nature, a plant and all the life. It's so extremely precious. When we understand that every little puppy, every dog and every living creature, has a mind, a soul and a spirit, as we. When we understand that they have feelings and emotions, just like we. And that they suffers the same and even more than us. When we care. When we understand that to the eyes of God, life, and the universe. That all life it's special. That we are not better, nor priceless than them. When we stop hurting the nature and the living creatures. When we care for them. When we know that we do not have any right to hurt or mistreat any animal or the nature. Not one. That hurting and mistreating any animal or the nature. It's a sin. It's an attack against the powerful and holy energy of life. When we appreciate, treasure and respect all the life. Then our souls will be free. That our soul, our spirit, our mind, our heart are the most precious and important thing in the universe. We influence the entire universe. We manipulate the entire universe. All of it. We are the universe. If someone has the total and absolutely wish to live, then the universe has the duty and the obligation to provide. Every new day it's a new miracle. Seized it.